What's up, Mid-Michigan? Thank you so much for joining me at the digital desk. I'm your digital news anchor, Kyle Macon, and it's a Tuesday, nice and sunny out today. But of course, we're going to take a look at some of the big stories coming out of Mid-Michigan. And obviously, we had the absolute tragedy that unfolded on Sunday. So I have a few stories about that. One mostly about what we know currently about the shooter in that case. But then eventually, after we're done looking at that, we're going to move over to two stories about how we can actually help in the community and how other people are already helping out there. So let's get started and take a look at the big stories coming out of Michigan. Alrighty, so this is a story I did. Obviously, it's just a tragedy. It unfolded right in our backyards. But here's pretty much what we know so far about Thomas Jacob Sanford, the suspected Michigan LDS church shooter. Like I said, just an absolute tragedy that unfolded. Obviously, we know kind of what happened. A former Marine, opened fire during a crowded service at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, killing 4 people and setting the building ablaze, and 8 others were wounded in that attack. So pretty much, obviously, we know that the gentleman drove his truck into the building, started shooting and all that stuff. But I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what we know so far about him. We obviously know that he is a former Marine. He is a 40-year-old. He is from Burton. So he was a Marine veteran serving from 2004 to 2008, according to records released by the Marine Corps. He most recently served at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, according to military officials. During his years of service, Sanford earned several awards and worked as an organizational automotive mechanic and a vehicle recovery operator. He received good conduct medals, indicating 3 years of service without any major infractions. He also received the Sea Service Deployment Ribbon, the Iraq Campaign Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, and the National Defense Service Medal. He was deployed to Iraq from August 2007 to March 2008, leaving the Marines at the rank of sergeant. And then Sanford reportedly had a wife and son. In 2015, Sanford and his wife raised around $3,000 for their son, who was born with a health condition that the New York Post reported. Family and friends pretty much told him that he had PTSD, saying that he occasionally brought it up. And then also we found out that he had kind of a slight criminal history, which was burglary and operating while intoxicated. Now, they're obviously saying that they believe this is a targeted violence. So that was coming from the FBI. And so they pretty much believe that this individual hated people of the Mormon faith. But obviously, this is an ongoing investigation. There's still multiple crews out on scene today going through the church, investigating that truck and just kind of doing a deep dive. So there's going to be a lot more that comes out. They obviously searched his home that is over in Burton. So yeah, I just really wanted to let you guys know a little bit what we know. A lot of it's still ongoing, but talking to a city council member over at Burton, who said he met him, pretty much said that he kind of said something about Mormons and something to the effect of hating the Mormons. But either way, it's just an absolute tragedy, and it's just terrible. And I really hate that we, in our own communities, especially as a local reporter, seeing all the national people come out here, and it was just really terrible. And I honestly, it really does hurt to be out there talking to you guys after this happened. So I apologize if you guys see us out there. We're really just trying to bring you guys the most updated information. And sometimes, sadly, we have to ask some hard questions to people that come out of there. It really does suck. But one of the angles that I took yesterday that really made me happy was how the community has been stepping up to help each other. Mine was more just the individual person. And then our other reporter, Andrea Flores, which you'll have to check out her story. It was great. It was about businesses in the area that have stepped up, offering food, drinks, all that to, law enforcement, people that were there at the church at the time. But when I was out there yesterday, I was out there pretty much all day. I actually met Donna Short, who lives in Grand Blanc, who actually just went to the scene to pay her respects, pray with people, and just be there as a person that they could talk to. And she was just absolutely devastated. I mean, everyone we talked to, we were all devastated. It's just an absolute tragedy. But another person that was really cool was Dan Beasley. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It was the gentleman running around with the cross. It was just a beautiful scene. I'll actually show you this picture. I think Let me back it out so you guys can see this picture of him. But if you can see him, that's Dan Beasley. He brought a cross. He was standing right at where the road was closed, and people came up, prayed with him, hugged him. It was just beautiful. It sucks that a tragedy unfolded, but it's really these times that shows what community is about. And it really showed with those two people. And I'm sure there's tons and tons more people that are just doing great work. And so moving over how every one of us can help each other. So during this time, anytime a tragedy unfolds, there's going to be a lot of GoFundMe's. The Grand Blanc Township Police have already said, do not think about the GoFundMe's unless obviously you can guarantee they're legit, because obviously we know scams. So the Elga Credit Union has opened a compassion fund to help victims of the Grand Blanc Township Church attack. So right here on our website, we have a link to that that fund, so you guys can donate. So this is probably one of your best ways to get out there and help. Obviously, you can get out to the scene and offer food, water, or whatever you would like to do to first responders as well. But yeah, a Victim Compassion Fund is now accepting donations. So the fund has been opened by Elga Credit Union, thanks to the help from community partners. And pretty much all they're asking is for people to donate, and they'll give it right back to the church. And right here at the bottom of our article, guys, you click it, there's a link that will bring you right to it. So I'm actually going to pull you guys up so you can see it. Right here, you can put a description, and it's just a beautiful thing that the community is coming together to help those in just such a tragic time. So like I said, guys, once again, if you're looking to help, Elga Credit Union has set up a fund for the people at the church. So please look at this article. There's a link at the bottom. So, but anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Once again, the investigation is ongoing with this church attack. So we're going to be obviously still keeping our ears out to hear any new information. If there's any press conferences today with the FBI, the Grand Blanc Township Police, or anybody at all, we will live stream it right here on our Facebook. We'll obviously have a recap of it on our shows. But once again, my heart goes out to the community, guys. We'll get through this together and just stay together. And this is truly what community is made for. So I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you.